Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tranquil Journeys. I'm Jennifer Fater, and I'm here with Allison Clement, and we are your instructors. Allison and I are both Reiki masters, and for over 20 years, we've grown our knowledge in complementary practices such as sound for relaxation, massage therapy, and Ayurveda. And we've been teaching and affiliated with Images of Hope for over 4 years, and to bring classes to cancer patients, to caregivers, and anyone affected by cancer in El Dorado County and beyond. We're so happy that you're taking the time to be with us, and we want to thank you for your continued support of Images of Hope and our virtual classes. Today, we'll spend time on self-care practices and meditation to promote relaxation and inner peace. Our theme today is nature's elements for healing, and we're going to be looking at a variety of ancient tradition healing techniques and ancient traditions and the viewpoint of those healing techniques using nature's elements. So our goal is today to finish the session, leaving you feeling refreshed and nourished and guided by your own inner wisdom. And so now I'd like to turn it over to Allison, who will take it from here and introduce more of our topic.
So today I'm going to talk about the elements from the perspective of Taoist theory or traditional Chinese medicine. And then later on, Jennifer is going to talk about the elements from an Ayurvedic perspective. So you'll get to see a full view, a 360 view of all the elements and a few techniques to utilize that awareness. So, first of all, I'd like to say that I still have a lot to learn about traditional Chinese medicine, but the more I learn, the more fascinating it gets. And learning about the elements has given me just a different lens, another and very interesting lens to look at the world with. And I hope it does that for you too. So the five elements theory was first proposed by Zhu Qian sometime between the year 400 and 200 BC. He compared the human body to the universe, to the workings of the universe. And he observed the relationship between the five elements: fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Life force energy manifests and changes between these elements in processes of creation and destruction. So the creative forces and relationship between the elements goes kind of like this. I thought this was interesting. If you have water, trees will grow. That's the relationship between water and wood. Friction on wood provides fire. That's the relationship between wood and fire. Creative relationship or regeneration. Fire turns wood back to earth. Earth, crystallized, becomes metal. And metal in contact with cold forms water. So that kind of, in a nutshell, is how the elements relate to each other in a regenerative or a creative sense. And then in the destructive sense, or a transforming sense, I suppose, to put it more positively, water puts out fire. Fire melts metal. Metal cuts wood. Wood draws nutrients from earth or takes nutrients from earth, and earth soaks up water. So that's those are the destructive or transforming relationships between the elements. And the theory goes on to relate each element to a body organ, to heat and cold, even to the directions, the four directions, although they have another direction as well, which is center, and even colors. The whole theory gets very complex and is used within the context of traditional Chinese medicine. And each of the elements has a particular way in which energy moves. And I would like to thank the Qigong master Lam Kam Chuen for the following techniques describing how each type of energy can be used in energy healing or massage. And I know some of you, you viewers, practice energy therapy, perhaps Reiki. Maybe some of you are familiar with massage or do massage. And it just might be interesting to know this from this perspective of how energy moves so that you could use it within these therapies. It's just another type of awareness, really. I thought it was interesting. And in the end, it all relates to nature. So, for example, water. The energy of water, like water, flows downwards, like a stream or a waterfall. And water energy corresponds to the season of winter, when a plant's energy, as we've spoken about in other classes, plant's energy goes downwards underground to be stored in the roots to await the spring rebirth. So in working with water energy, uh, within some form of energy therapy, you can create a vibration effect, like ripples in a pond. You can see if you can see it on my hand up here. If this is the area you're going to be treating, or I'll do it on my arm, you can press with your thumb or else with your hand and drive the energy in with a vibrating effect. Just imagine forming ripples on a pond. You drive it downwards because water energy flows downwards, and this drives the energy downwards. So that's an example of the movement of water energy. Wood energy. That corresponds to the season of spring. Wood energy is all about growth or expansion. And this method is good for dispersing an energy accumulation or blockage. And for this, the example that Master Lam Kam Chuen gives is to think of the rings, the growth rings on a tree. They move outwards from the center, don't they? So when you practice this kind of energy therapy with wood energy movements, with your palm or your thumb, you begin at the center of the affected area. If I have an area that's bruised or that I want to work on, I'm using my arm again because that's the best view for the camera here. You work from the center outwards, like almost like rays of the sun. So you can use your thumb or your palm and move outwards from the center radially. And with my thumb here, maybe you can see what I'm doing. From the center, you press the energy from the center and move it outwards from the affected area to disperse that energy. That is wood energy movement. For metal, the metal element corresponds to the season of autumn, when nature draws its energies inwards, and metal energy likewise moves inwards. So with energy therapy, this type of movement works from the outer edge of an area in towards the center. So just the opposite of what we just did with the wood energy. So you can massage towards the center in a straight line, or you make small circles with your fingers and massage those little circles um, in towards the center. So drawing the energy inwards. Fire energy. For traditional Chinese medicine practitioners, they use a method called cupping with heat and fire energy to draw out toxins. Often cupping is done with heated glass bowls. Fire energy is kind of explosive, and a method you can where you can use or this type of energy yourself um, is you can use your palms almost like a plunger. You can press down firmly on the affected area. Let me get this right view here. Press down firmly. Be nice if I had a larger area, but press down firmly like a plunger, and then suddenly let off, just like a plunger would work. So that is one way you could almost do a cupping without the heated glass cups. And lastly, earth energy. Earth energy movements can very beneficially be used at the beginning or the end of a treatment, an energy therapy treatment, because they're gentle and soothing. Earth energy is calming, it's steady, it moves horizontally and in a circular motion. So you think of the Earth moving in its orbit around the sun. So that's one way you can do it after a session or a self-healing session or meditation. Use some horizontal, smooth, gentle movements to smooth the energy. Some of you who may have had a Reiki treatment might have noticed that some practitioners, after the session is nearing the end, will smooth the energy out in a horizontal way with the hands over the body. And to me, this is an earth energy type of movement. So that's just a quick introduction to the 5-element theory in traditional Chinese medicine. And we're going to hear about the Ayurvedic elements and the way they view that. And at the end, we will share a few practical techniques in ways that you can use the elements for relaxation. So now I'll turn it over to Jennifer for the Ayurvedic perspective.
Thank you, Allison. So, in the ancient practice of Ayurveda, um, nature and the body's natural alignment with nature is the key to balance and living a long, healthy life. And Ayurveda is the world's oldest natural healing system, which uses the qualities of nature to help one thrive with balance within their body, their mind, and the environment. Ayurveda, when broken down, is a Sanskrit word that means life knowledge. And so it's applying the life knowledge and using nature to describe the five elements. So Ayurveda is a little bit different than the ancient Chinese medicine, but there's a lot of differences and a lot of similarities. One of the main differences is that there are five elements, which are earth, water, fire, air, and space. And each of the elements are described with having certain qualities, and these qualities can then describe the human body and the mind. From the Ayurvedic perspective, let's look at the earth element. Earth is solid and may have qualities of being solid, large, heavy, rough, or dense. When looking at water, water is a liquid in its form, and it could be flowing, it could be still, it could be cold, moist, heavy, gross, cloudy, or smooth. When looking at fire, fire is radiant, it's light, it's heat, and transformational. And it could and does have the qualities of being hot or dry, mobile or sharp. And the air element is considered a motion or gas. And so air can be described as cool or cold, dry or light. Maybe it could be described as hard or clear. And then space. Space is connection and energy. And this could also be described as subtle or cold or dry, light or flowing. So when we describe the human body, we can see different types of bodies, and some are lighter or taller or medium in height and weight. We can see that someone might naturally have darker hair or lighter color hair, thicker or thinner hair. And we can see the eyes and the nose and mouth might be bigger or wider or more deep set on some people. We can also look at the face shape to describe if someone has more round elements or qualities or more oval qualities. We see that people are taller or have longer legs than others or longer arms. And these are all ways the elements are manifesting as qualities in the human being. And so in Ayurveda, the human body is made of all the elements and described by these qualities through three different doshas: Kapha, Pitta, and Vata. Kapha consists of earth and water qualities, and Pitta consists of fire. Vata consists of space and air. So it's quite fascinating to think of ourselves in this way and to apply the concepts of qualities to our physical and mental constitution. In Ayurveda, each person is unique and has their own individual makeup of these qualities. So one person might have more air or space than another. Someone could have more fire and the qualities of fire in their body, or more or less earth qualities than others. So the key is to determine the predominant doshas and then balance the doshas throughout everyday life with various routines and self care practices. Some examples of balanced doshas are good digestion, mental clarity, and overall peace. Some examples of imbalance might be poor digestion, where you have maybe a lot of acid reflux or gas or discomfort, bloating. Sometimes a heaviness after eating, poor sleep, or lack of energy can be considered an imbalance. And so there's easy things you can do to adjust how you're eating or change your sleep routine or adopt more movement into your self-care routine to improve your overall health and achieve balance through the body and mind. There are many, many techniques that you can use to bring balance into your daily routine. And one of the best ways to bring balance is to activate your five senses and do little activities throughout the day that add up to a consistency in your routine. Another great tip is to drink warm water first thing in the morning upon waking up. This is a great way to rejuvenate your digestion and help with elimination. Other remedies include integrating meditation and movement, like I said earlier, and to balance your diet by eating cooling foods such as cucumber if you have too much fire qualities, or cooked hot foods if you have too much earth qualities and might be feeling heavy after you've eaten a meal. We'll make sure to post something on our link so that you can take a quiz to determine your dosha and apply some of this knowledge into your own um, makeup. So now I'd like to get started with our meditation and invite you to get into a comfortable position while Allison rings a few of the bowls, and then we'll start our guided meditation. Once you are comfortable, allow your feet to rest on the ground, flat on the floor, or if you're lying down, make sure that your legs are uncrossed. Just use this time to dedicate to yourself, to feel reconnected and protected from within. Take a deep breath, allowing relaxation to spread throughout your body. Close your eyes if you'd like, letting your forehead muscles relax. Let your jaw loosen and continue to bring your awareness to your inhale and exhale. As you breathe and start to relax, let your body become heavy, completely supported by the chair or the floor. Notice a gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe, and the shoulders separating from your ears, your stomach expanding on your inhale, and your hips and legs relaxing gently into the ground or chair. Imagine space created between the vertebrae of your spine at each inhale and exhale. Each breath deepens, allowing relaxation to spread. As each exhale, allow relief from all the stress and pressure you might be feeling. And just for now, let everything go. Inhale and release tension on the exhale. Appreciate your breath as it nourishes you and helps your body relax and helps you to remember how important relaxation is for your wellness. Enjoy just a few moments of silence. Again, focusing on your inhale and exhale. Imagine yourself sitting under a tree on a beautiful spring day. And your feet are firmly planted on the earth below you. And through your feet, imagine feeling the warm earth. Per- Perhaps you feel some grades of grass or the warm soil. And through your feet, you feel this deep connection to the earth and the earth's energy, the magnitude of the earth, the beauty and glory of the earth. And you feel the light breeze brushing over your skin. It's the perfect temperature, not cold or hot, but just gentle air over your body. You feel the warmth of the sun coming down on your shoulders, warming you. Almost a little too much. You can feel the heat radiating down your shoulders and arms and energizing your hands. The warmth of the sun warms your entire body. And as you sit here, you enjoy feeling connected to the earth and connected to the feelings and sensations inside of your own body, connected to your mind and aware of how you're feeling, and connected to all of the energy within you and around you. And this connection just gives you a great sense of peace and joy and happiness. You're radiating now and glowing with all of the earth's elements and energy flowing right directly to you. It feels so good to be nourished in this way. As you sit here for a moment, and just enjoy the peaceful feeling you've created within, and listen to the sound of the bowls.
So now that you're all relaxed, we will introduce just a few quick and easy techniques that you might want to try to incorporate the ideas of the elements or the awareness of the elements into your relaxation practice. So, first of all, this is something that you could do during a meditation, because hopefully you meditate when you can, preferably daily. Even if it's just for a few minutes, it'll do your body and your soul a world of good. And for earth energy, just something that'll connect you to the feeling of the earth element, and it will give you a lovely grounded feeling. You may have done this before. Grab a stone. Grab any kind of stone. I chose a geode because I just love the magical world inside that sort of plain exterior. But any sort of stone will do. Anything that comes from inside the earth. Just hold that while you're doing your meditation, or you don't even have to do a formal meditation. Just sit quietly and hold the stone, hold the rock. Um, feel the texture, feel the weight of it. Think of how it was formed. Maybe it was formed in the center of the earth. Maybe it was pushed along by a glacier at one time, or by water in a stream, smoothed off all the rough edges. Be aware that you are connected to this small piece of earth, just as you're connected to our great Mother Earth. So just use a stone sometimes during your meditation or during a quiet moment of the day. Just hold it and feel the connection to Earth. And I think it will help you feel more grounded, especially if you've maybe been doing a lot on the computer, or if you're having a scatterbrained sort of day and you need grounding. Try this. Just grab any stone and just appreciate all its qualities and where it came from. So that is our quick and simple earth technique. The next technique that I'm going to talk about is something you can do with water during times when you might feel angry and you want to dissipate that anger away. You just don't want that feeling. So this technique will calm your anger. So grab a glass of water. And if you are lucky enough to have a glass that is green, a green glass, that is the ideal situation because green is a very soothing, calming color. But any glass of water is fine, especially if you could see the water through it. So gaze at the water. Just sit or stand there and watch the water. And after you do that for a few minutes, you'll notice your anger dissipating, and it will help your natural energy balance again and be restored. It's no coincidence that aquariums are used in places like doctors' offices to help relax people. So gaze at the water when you're feeling angry, and this will help you calm down. and balance your energies. So that's a technique with water. I've just chosen a few of the elements to do something kind of practical with. So for the fire element, I'm just going to demonstrate how to do a candlelight meditation. So I have one of these candles. I don't know how much you can see on the screen here. So light a candle and place it a little less than arm's length from where you are seated. Take a comfortable seat. Get ready to meditate for a short while. Light your candle, have it a little less than arm's length away, and preferably around about eyesight level if you can. Sit comfortably, breathe, and gaze at the candle flame. Concentrate on your breathing and on the view of the flame. You'll find it's very calming, and you can use the flame like you would use a mantra. If any of you meditate using a mantra, if your mind wanders, bring your mind back to the flame, just as you would the mantra. So use the flame to focus with. Breathe. Appreciate the warm glow of the candlelight. And before you finish the candlelight meditation, look at the flame and then close your eyes. Retain the image of the flame in your mind and let the warm golden glow of that flame in your mind's eye fill up your mind, your head, and feel that golden glow. Try to visualize the glow travel from your head down through your neck. The glow flows through your shoulders, through your trunk, and through your body. And before you finish, you have the image in your mind of your body being filled with that beautiful, warm, golden candlelight glow. Just notice that wonderful, warm feeling of light filling your entire body. And that is a wonderful way to finish your meditation before you open your eyes and come back to the world. So just a suggestion on how you can use a candle for meditation and appreciate all the wonderful qualities of the fire of candlelight. And our last technique, just put the candle aside here. Our last technique is for the element of wood. And I'm finishing with this because I'm a big nature lover, as you know, and this is the perfect time of year to try to see the energies surrounding a tree. So this technique is about wood, the wood element. And trees this time of year are full of vibrant energy. Everything is ready to come bursting forth into leaf. We have the buds on the buckeyes, on the willows right now. All that energy is just gathered there, ready to burst out. So this is a great time of year to try this. Um, the all the energy associated with growth. So the technique is fairly simple, and if you can't do it right away, don't worry about it. Just try it. Try it another time. Um, find a tree that is situated so that it's silhouetted against the sky. So you have a sky background. If you have a busy background or dark background, it's not so easy to see. But if you look at a tree or even a bush that is against the sky with a light background, that is the best way to do it in the sunlight. So you can ask permission of the tree, allowing you to see its energies. It's always nice to do that. And get yourself in a calm situation. Look at the tree, but look past the tree. Don't focus your eyes right on the branches and the tree itself. Let your focus be a little bit beyond that tree, a little bit in the distance. And eventually you might see the tree's energy field. Sometimes it looks like kind of like a vapor. The way I describe it sometimes is, uh, sometimes on the above the hood of your car, there is a heat vapor in summertime, or heat. You can sort of see heat waves, I guess, or fumes sometimes. I'm not sure what it is you're seeing, but that's kind of the way it looks to me sometimes. Just not too far from the ends of the branches and the outline of the tree. It's like or a mirage in the desert. Kind of has that shimmery look, but it may look totally different for you, and that's wonderful. I think it's different for everybody. But focus just that little bit beyond the tree, and so that your eyes aren't sharply focused on the tree itself. That's the best way I could suggest. And yeah, see if you can see all that spring growth energy in the tree. Give it a try. It's the perfect time of year for doing that. So anyway, I like to encourage you to get out and appreciate different aspects of nature. And I think Jennifer and I have both enjoyed doing that this time, giving you a hopefully different and new awareness of all the elements of life that make up all of us and everything that surrounds us. And again, we would like to thank you for your support of us. And I will highlight a quote by Maya Angelou. You may not control all of the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. That again is from the great Maya Angelou, the poet. And I hope you enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed our class today. Thank you again to Images of Hope El Dorado. And enjoy getting out in nature, appreciating all these elements around you. And until we see you next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.